Last second heroics from Nikki Van Dyke got the edge, but now this is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Tatiana Weston-Webb going up against Lakey Peterson. Both of these surfers have been in flawless form. It's just kind of saying she doesn't really know what changed, but whatever happened, it's good for Nikki Van Dyke. Here goes Tatiana Weston-Webb with a bobble on her first wave. A little bit of slippage right there for any professional surfer, especially in a contest. So we'll see if she can kind of regain composure. Ross, we've seen girls waxing the tops of their feet. So we've seen all kinds of little tricks of the trade.
Yeah, boys, well, as the girls just wait for a set, it looks like there's a couple of lumps on the horizon. Both of these ladies have just been putting so much time in the water. I think Lakey and Tatiana, as we see Lakey Peterson opening up her account. Take it away, boys.
Yeah, nice bottom turn, top turn combo. A little bit stuck on that opening snap. Gets back through to this midsection. You see this wave starting to run down the line. Excitement building for Lakey Peterson as she eyes this end section. Goes vertical yet again. So Lakey not leaving it up to chance right there. You see adding pressure with every turn. Like that opening attack for Lakey Peterson.
She looked confident, didn't she? No second guessing. She looked like on attack mode. She kind of found her happy place there in the second half of that wave. And again, it's so important here at lowers. With these long waves, it's to really match the pace right there. Just a little late, but she didn't get frustrated. She just kind of regrouped. Right here in this cutback, watch the little rebound. Boom, right there. Just that little extra magic creates a spark there. You can see that was her best turn. That rail really knifed in there. She threw a lot of spray and then clicks the fins on this last maneuver. Just crispy, nice, on the money. And again, I love that when surfers kind of find momentum and gain energy and confidence throughout the wave. You can see Lakey had that.
So she did about 6 turns, 4 different types of turns. So the judges are gonna love the variety that she threw. She kind of went vertical up into the lip. She got that open face carve.
She got a 3rd place there. She made the semis once. She just got I don't think it's a mental block for her. I mean, she's just come up against Carissa and Courtney, you know, and they've just been so dominant once you get to the quarters.
To get up in that excellent range, and that's what you need to win these heats. You know, you don't want to be carrying a mid-score of 6. And you know, I felt like I knew what waves that I wanted, and I gave it priority twice in my heat yesterday for below average. I'm going to carry through my confidence to France. I love that European leg, and so excited. This tour is such a family, and you know, as much as we are competitive, we're all for each other. So congratulations to Nikki. I've been watching her all week, and she's been killing it, and the girls are going to go mad out here today.
On the World Championship Tour, so hopefully she can keep those winning ways going.
And you know, she's a bright star on tour, very popular, great attitude, and she, you know,
but I think during the break, she might have come alive a little bit. We'll see what the replay has for us, but this is live action. This is Lakey Peterson. Caught this wave in perfect position. 2 nice opening turns. Fundamentals here are so strong, Lakey Peterson. So you're getting on this open face, but 4 cutback maneuvers. The judges want to see some flair. And we'll see if Lakey can throw something extra on this inside. Doesn't look like it's going to be possible. We'll see one more section. So very repetitive right there. Here's Tatiana Weston-Webb on her backhand. See if she can get back into this. All right, Orty has her first good turn down. Bam, that was a massive backside hook. All right, Tatiana Weston-Webb, it's official. She's back in this heat. A great opening series of maneuvers. There you have it, Ross. Don't count Tatiana Weston-Webb out just yet.
She looked strong, didn't she?
Before her heats, you know, she is basically a rookie, you know, 2nd year and really coming into her own. So she's got a lot to learn about competitive surfing and that mindset that comes into it. You know, Mike Parsons, he's working with kind of a veteran. She knows how to compete. She knows what she's doing, and she's knows which waves to catch. It was just about sitting out there, recognizing the wave, identifying it, and then going after it. And she, you know, they've talked about how confident she is, how good she surfs. She just really needs to go out there, wait for what's coming through, and know that that's going to be the right wave at the right time, and then execute.
Nearly got clipped by the wave, but somehow recovered. This is a look at Lakey's 937, Ross.
And it's all about that bottom turn. Nice setup wrapper here, but see how she went straight to the bottom, and she cut a really deep line, and that enabled her to get to a position on the wave that was nice and critical. That's that buzzword we've been talking about. And when you show that the judges, you're not afraid to, you know, get up nice and high there in the pocket and rip down a carve, they're not afraid to throw you big numbers. You know, the rest of the wave was just kind of sweeping cutbacks. Didn't have that exciting wall, but it was a big score.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Those first 2 turns really solidifying that big score. So Lakey Peterson again, now onto the open face. Love to see an air section for Lakey. She gets it, goes to it. Read my mind there. Couldn't come down with it, but I love that she's pushing the issue. So Ross, on that wave of Lakey Peterson, pretty repetitive through her turns, but again, speed, power, flow. Those first 3 turns that Lakey threw really were the difference, right?
Yeah, and she didn't avoid anything. She kind of surfed the wave in front of her. There's just some variety, though. Poking the lip right there, so a nice vertical snap. This would have been a total keeper had she planted that thing. I like the way Lakey does airs, too. She doesn't try to pop up in the air like a Felipe. She kind of just, it's a little bit more old school. You know, it looks like she's going to just ride the air, but then she grabs that rail and whips the tail towards the beach. So a pretty cool way to do an air.
What you know, a lot of us kind of expected. A great surfer, of course, very young, you know, and unproven in a lot of spots around the world on the World Championship Tour. But now basically showing why she's here and why she's kind of embedded herself in the conversation of surfers to watch. I wanted to see about 5 more of those, Ross.
Yeah, you could see just got there a little late, and she'll get hung up inside the lip right there. So she didn't get that projection she needed to float up and over so that she could get back out into the flats and make her way back to the shoulder. Because that lip kind of grabbed a hold of her, all that friction slowed her down a bit, slowed her down quite a bit. And then now she's hung up in the whitewash. And you can see right there, she is pretty angry. And so again, still at the same task, 17 points. She's very capable of fighting back. You can see this technique right here. She's got a lot of pizzazz, doesn't she? Watch that whip right there, a little bit of a tail release. So only thing, Chris, that's looking not so bueno for her is there's only 4 minutes left.
She's had 3 pretty critical falls.
Yeah.
3 opportunities that were a little bit squandered, but
Brother Mick making his way up the stairs. He's looking at this wave right here.
he's mind surfing along with Lakey, who started this wave with a beautiful opening carve. A little bit hung up on that bottom turn, but she redirects nicely, using that rib coming up the face to her advantage.
One thing that I love, about Tatiana Weston-Webb, again, she's a rookie. This is her first full season first full season. We saw what she was capable of last year in 2014. She got a wild card into Fiji, and she turned a lot of heads. So we knew that she was going to come in hot. But this is one of the first heats I've seen this year where she kind of surfed the heat like a rookie. She's made a couple of mistakes, falling, and been on a sink with, catching those nice buttery set waves that we've seen Lakey hook up with. But I don't think Tatiana, all these women on tour, they have such great attitudes. It's an okay result. She'll bounce back for Europe.
She could kind of sneak out from under everybody and take this thing out. I don't think anybody would be surprised to see Lakey Peterson win this whole contest. Here goes Tatiana Weston-Webb making her way in. She was up in time. This will be a scoring wave. Headed left. Powerful goofy footer from Princeville, Kauai. She goes down to Lakey Peterson, not without a fight. She's going to take her well-honed act over to Europe for the couple finales on that Women's World Championship Tour. Well, we got Carissa Moore coming up against Jeanne Defay.